rise and shine, God's beautiful soul. Just a quick message for you guys. Because I'm waking up fresh bread, fresh manna every day, right? This is not to throw shots. This is all out of unconditional love. But we need to understand how we're moving, right? Or sometimes we just don't know what we're doing. We think that we are good and we're leading our children in the right direction. Until they get a certain age, we find out, or still we ignore it then. We blame it on other things, other people, right? But I just want you guys to know the importance of a mother's love. How detrimental it is, right? Super, super important. This is only to guide us in the right direction, right? And some of us, it may be too late for the getting back to redoing or unlearning what we did as far as teaching our kids where we're not pleased with the results when they go out in public and how they carry themselves or conduct themselves, right? It's not something that one would be proud of, called being a mother or a father and seeing how their children behave. In this short, brief message, the most critical time of the child's life is those 9 months in the womb. The reason why it's so important, women, to know, do you truly love your kids? Miss Mona in the building. Shout out to Miss Mona in the building. Because love can be identified or expressed in so many ways. Like, it's so easy to say, I love you, or I love my children, right? That's just an easy word to say. It just comes out. But actions speaks louder than words. Now, a lot of us didn't know. A lot of us still don't know. I'm going to kind of clear some things up to let us know for young women or men that's trying to bring kids into the world. Make sure your heart is right. Make sure you understand what you're doing. Also, ladies, this is a key point to what I'm about to say. Every last cell that are in your body is molding and shaping your child from birth, your behaviors, your heart, how you feel about the dad, how you feel about anybody. Those 9 months, once the daddy put his seed in there, his job is finished until the child comes out. So the whole time, you are molding that shaping that child with your thoughts, with your belief, with your mind, how you feel. If you got hate, if you got whatever in you, your child is going to become that. Now, if you don't, you got to first look at yourself. How do you feel about yourself, mother? How do you feel about yourself? Because how you feel about yourself is going to be how the child will feel about themselves. If you don't like the pops, the children are not going to like the pops. The children are not going to like anybody. Whoever you don't like, moms, whether it's a woman or a man, your kid's going to feel the same way because they got, from the time daddy popped that seed in there, every last cell in your body for those 9 months was building a relationship with that child. And when that child came out, the first thing they saw was mother, which was the God. That's why the bond is so tight and close. Because we don't realize that the mother molded and shaped the whole thing. All the fathers did was gave a seed, right? But if you really do love your child, you better make sure you love yourself. Because if you show them not to love yourself, and you show them to be messy, and if you show them to be drama, you're already not loving yourself. So how you can bring a child in the world and say, I love my child so much, when you still do the very same thing you were doing before your child came out the womb? Now you understand when you hear these parents saying, I can't stand my son, I can't stand my daughter, or they're just so disrespectful. Remember who made the child. Remember who allowed all those trillions of cells in your body to dictate, to determine where that child will go, how that child will think, how that child will feel. If you didn't show love, the child's not going to show love. Think about that. The child is not a spitting image of their daddy. They're a spitting image of their mommy, because all mommy cells, the whole 9 months, built a relationship, and a relationship alone with just the mother and the child. That explains why the kids, like I said, have difficulties dealing with their fathers. If the mother didn't show unconditional love to herself.
Let me share my screen.
And then they're quick to blame,
everything we're saying is being transcribed in real
or
time.
justify or throw off their behavior and blame it on the dad. Or he didn't pay child support. Or he didn't do this. Or he didn't do that. But what about your character? What about you do every day behind the scene? When your door is locked and you're running your mouth in there talking about whatever freedom. You don't think your child hear that? You don't think your child was feeling that when they were in the womb? Y'all got it twisted. And this is not to throw shots. It's just to let you see how you are a big part of where your child go and how they think. But you quick because you don't want to believe that you messed your child's life up and got them acting like a bunch of fools out here. It's being just as wild, but you forgot that you were that person. You're trying to ignore the fact that, where did this child get this from? I said the first 9 months was the most important time of that child's life. That was the important part. So how you were feeling about daddy or whoever, how you were feeling about yourself, think about that. That's where your child's got that behavior from. You don't have to believe it. Look at your child. Look at how some of you are disgusted at your child. Look at some of your children, how they take advantage of you. Remember how you used to take advantage of people. Remember how you used to use. Remember how you had that motive to do whatever just to get by for you. There's something to drop for you guys before we start this beautiful, deep conversation today with my man, Jay Steele. This is going to be a heavy one, you guys. Very important. Like I said, I'm working overtime to make sure we understand why we're here and the part we play into making it bad, making it worse. You are your reflection. Your kids are your reflection of you, mother. I can't say the father. All he did was put the seed in there. When the father wasn't looking, your feelings in the darkness, when that child in that womb, nobody but you and God know exactly how you feel, how you think. So the next time a mother would like to come out here and have a baby, remember, love, 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 respect, compassion, right? That's what it's going to take when you got that child in your womb. And like I said, some of you, it's kind of like a little far off where some of the kids are grown now, right? And you don't like your kids. I hear it all the time, man. I can't stand my kid, man. I mean, he just so disrespectful. I don't know what to do. But then to turn around and say, I love him at the same time, right? What you can't stand is what you created. Think about that. Y'all get ready for 3 o'clock. That's just something to drop real quick to remind you, stop blaming people for what you did when you molded that child for 9 months in the womb. Pulling for every cell, artery in your body. And a spitting image came out of you that was laid out when the doctor pulled the child out. That was a little mini you, with every part of your body within you. And you want to know why the child think the way they think. If you want to know why your child acting up, take a look back at your mind and saw what mold and shape that child.